Hello, hello, everyone. I'm a couple minutes early, so, and I know it's the middle of the day, so a lot of people might be at work or something like that. Maverick, you better stop it. How is everyone doing today on this beautiful Friday? Well, it's not beautiful here, but I hope it's beautiful where you are. It's very, very overcast and dark here. I got you, Top Hats. Thank you. Hey, make it make sense. Thank you for being here. Hey, Carolina girl, thank you for being here. Yes, I'm a Nene again. I am a Nene. Grandma just doesn't sit right with me, I guess, because I'm 45 years young, so I call myself Nene instead of Grandma. Hey, James, thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. He's a beautiful boy. He's a beautiful boy. I have two granddaughters, so this is my first grandson. Um, and as you all know, I have six boys. So I'm now one of my granddaughters. She's just like me, very tomboyish, very she, me and her like eye to eye on everything. Um, but I have more experience with boys. Hey, Penny and Bella's mom. Oh, why am I bougie now? Top hats. Oh, because I call myself Nene. I'm not ready to be called grandma. Not red, not like that, but I mean, I wanted my grandkids to have like a special name to call me. And grandma or granny or mama is so common in here in the South. I wanted something different. You know, I'm Nene. And according to my 5-year-old granddaughter, I'm favorite Nene. That's what she says anyway. Even though I'm her only Nene, it doesn't matter to me. She still says, when I talk to her every day after school, she says, "Hey, favorite Nene." So I'm her favorite Nene. And if there's a little bouginess in that, that's fine. If there's a little like, I don't want to be called Granny, okay, that's fine. It, thank you. Make it make sense. I'm just not a look, y'all. I've got piercings and tattoos all over my body. I'm if I walk up in anywhere and say, "Hey, I'm so and so's mama," they're gonna be like, "Bitch, please, mama, really?" Like that's how it's gonna go. I mean, I'm being honest because people judge on things. I've noticed, but you get judged by the way you look too. People automatically think, "Oh, she's got tattoos on her arms, whatever. She's in some motorcycle club, or she's this, or she's that. She's irresponsible." And it's not that way. Yes, I do top hats. I do. I know you're just fooling with me. And I think everybody in the chat knows that too, sir. Oh, I like that. Make it make sense. Well, because uh, my name starts with an N, I just came up with Nene. It was easy to say. Um, you know, I don't know. Now, when I have great grandkids, if I live that long, then I'll have to figure out like a different name. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So, but yes, grandbaby's here. Uh, he was 7 pounds 2 ounces. Um, I don't know, Lori. A lot of people see. I don't get notifications for lives either. A lot, like even if Devious is live, unless she texts me. And I've had to unsubscribe and then subscribe again to make my notifications pop up again. I don't know why, but yeah. Uh, of course, he looks just like me. I mean, of course, you know. Um, but he's uh he's doing okay, and all I ask is that you guys just keep the good vibes coming, the good juju, the fairy dust, whatever it is y'all believe in. Please just keep it coming. That's all I ask. And also want to say I appreciate every single one of y'all that did send good juju and good vibes and good everything. So, oh, James, when you do, honey, it's a whole different, like, it's a whole different level. I'm telling you, grandbabies are a whole different level than having you. Not that you don't like love your children with everything in your soul, but when you have a grandbaby, it's a whole different level. I mean, that's the only way I can explain it. If anybody in the chat has grandchildren, if you have the words, please say them because I don't. It's just a whole different level. That's all I can say. So, hey, Sicilian. Well, James, listen, let me tell you something. In life, woo, girl, let me tell you, I've lost myself a lot of times. Uh, when things happen in life that you that are very traumatic, you tend to lose yourself, and that's why on one of my lives I said I'm restarting. When I was showing y'all all my plants and stuff, and I said I'm restarting. You, it just takes one little thing to find yourself. That's it. Takes one little thing, and you'll find yourself. And no, it won't be an instant thing, but whatever it is that you loved at one time to do, like me, I'm a plant person all day, every day. I love plants. I love watching them grow. I love watching them become something. I, that's me. But whatever in your life that you have ever had that you really enjoy doing a lot, start slow and just start rebuilding it, redoing it. And I promise you, when you do that, and sometimes it takes a good friend to tell you that, because the only reason I did is because a good friend told me that. And once you start doing that, you find yourself again. You do. I promise. I promise. And I don't know what you've been through, honey. You know, and that's your story to tell. I'm just giving you the best advice I can. Yes, Penny and Bella's mama. You are correct. You can love them, spoil them, like let them get away with stuff, send them home, and your kids call you and say, "Why in the world is she doing this?" Well, I don't know. I mean, she's your child. I'm just her Nene. I mean, sorry. No thanks needed, James. You can find it though, girl. If I can find it, and Top Hats, I hate to put you on the spot because I do that a lot, but hopefully you'll agree with me on this. If I can find it, James, you can find it. Because I was in a place where I just did not, and I'm being honest, did not give a fuck about nothing. I didn't. And that's honest. I didn't. I didn't care if grass grew, if it was too long. I didn't care if there was too many leaves. I just, whatever. It is what it is. But it took a good friend to lift me up and say, "Hey, what were you so passionate about back then when it happened, when all this happened?" I was like, "My plants, like my flowers, my everything." Well, start slow and do that again. That's what it took for me, and I did. And it may not be interesting to many people. I get that. It is what it is. But it's what makes me happy, and it makes me feel, like I have worth, and it makes me feel good inside to watch things grow and just be like, wow, I did that. I did it. You know? Well, yeah, top hats. But like I said, it takes a good friend to tell you things for you to allow them to sink in, to do the work, to make the difference. If you have people in your life that are always going to agree with you being down, this is another thing, James. If you have people in your life, friends in your life that know you're down, know you're going through stuff, and they don't try to build you up or they don't try to lift you up in any way, I'm not saying cut your friendship off. I'm just saying, like, veer more toward the ones that are giving you the advice to lift you up and get you out of that and make you feel good. That's what it took for me. So, just some nutsy advice, I guess. Take it or leave it. Who ain't friends? Hey, seen it before. Thank you for being here. Yes, that is correct. That is correct, Top Hats. Um, you know, uh, I've mentioned many times, Devious and I, every phone call we have, guys, regardless of what y'all think, it's not always rainbows and butterflies. You know, same thing with Top Hats. Like, sometimes you say things and it is what it is, and you let it sink in, and and Lori, like, that's another positive friend. That's saying, hey, to take your mind off things, I'm gonna do this, and I think you'll love it. And it takes people like that, James. It does. The saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I also believe it takes a small village to help your friends. I do. Exactly, seen it before. And that's why I don't have a lot of friends. You know, that right there is why. Because if you say something or do something wrong, I'm gonna let you know, like, you're wrong. And I'll tell you exactly how it made me feel. And a lot of people can't handle that. And they say, oh, you're just too sensitive, or oh, you just take it the wrong way, or whatever. And it is what it is. James, honey, I'll be 46 this year. Okay. And one thing that I have learned in life in almost 46 years is I would rather, which I know everybody's already heard this, I'd rather have one solid, true friend than 100 acquaintances that don't give a shit about me when I'm in my darkest times. Cecilia, yeah, sometimes, I guess. It just depends. But I don't mind saying my age. And y'all know I don't mind showing my little chubby face either. I don't care. Yeah. Well, saying that, I don't know. Never mind. I do know. I can come across mean because I'm very blunt. Thank you, Lori. If you don't want my opinion, don't ask for it. Because if you put on some shit and you tell me or ask me like, don't this look good? I'm gonna be like, no, it don't actually. It looks like them pants uh are for my grandkid, and that if you call that a shirt, whatever that thing is you have on, um, I wouldn't wear that under a shirt. But hey, you do you, boo boo. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But I don't say it to be mean. I just say it the way I feel. If you ask me how I feel, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. And Sicilian, I don't have anything to plant. I have ordered. Oh, this is what I wanted to tell you guys. I have ordered numbers 1, 2, and 5 off of the little poll thing or whatever you want to call it. I did on my community thing. So I have already ordered 1, 2, and 5. They should be here within, well, tomorrow's Saturday. So I should have them probably Tuesday. And that day I will do a live and show you guys what I get. Because, like I said, they don't come looking just like that. They come in little 2-inch pots. They're tiny. You have to take care of them for them to flower that way. Um, but we will keep, every other week or every week, whatever y'all decide, we'll keep tabs on them and stuff like that. Um, and in the summertime, they will have the carpet flowers, the red flowers, all of it. They'll be flowering. So, oh, Sicilian, and girl, I listen. And this is no offense to anyone, so please don't take it this way. Lord, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna say it, and I'm sure somebody will take offense, and I don't mean it that way. But I have always, 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 always gotten along way better with people older than me because my grandma, my dad, everybody in my life has always said, "You have an old soul." Even when I was young, they were like, "Why do you listen to Otis Redding? Why do you listen to Charlie Pride? Why do you? Because you have an old soul. Why? How can you cook like that at 15 years old? You just have an old soul." And I guess that's why. But nothing against people that are younger than me because I treat people how they treat me. So age doesn't matter, just like nothing else matters to me. I've just always found myself uh, getting along better with people older than me. You know, do you make it make sense? Well, I wish I would have known. I would have bought one from you. Okay, James, you're 60. And thank you, Lori. Age is a number. It sure is. It sure is, hunty. Well, this I will say, top hats. You say younger people, but I want people to understand that you're not talking about. You're talking like 10 years younger than you because you don't. Let's see what's the best way I can say this. Uh, you are such a genuine person that age like you. I don't know if you've ever even asked me what my age was. I really don't. But yeah, it's because your soul gets along with people at younger ages as long as they're not into like drama and bullshit and you know what I mean? Oh no, Cecilian, I am going to grow vegetables. I sure am. Hello, Brenda. Thank you for being here, honey. Yeah, and make it make sense. I don't think you were here for my succulent video, but you said your stepdaughter gave you your first one. Did you not make many plants out of just that one? Because I was talking about that the other day with my succulents. I was like, guys, succulents may. I don't know why people think they're so expensive because they're really not, guys. Um, see, make it make sense. It's a succulent form of plant, and they grow babies, and you take the babies and you pot or you stick them in dirt, and it grows you a whole nother plant. That's what I'm talking about, guys, right there. If y'all watched that video, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about when I said you may look at it and say that plant is $10 for a 2-inch pot, but that one $10 plant, I mean, it could make you 500 succulent plants. You know, it could, and that's why I like them because I like to watch them multiply and do stuff like that. Well, Cecilian, I try to be wise. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes I lose myself a little bit, and you know, I'm sure everybody does. But you know, oh, was anybody in here the other day when I was showing you about propagating the succulents, and I snapped off a piece of the Hobbit jade and stuck it in the dirt, and I said, I guarantee you guys, if I come back in like 5 days, it'll be rooting. It'll have roots on it. Was anybody in here for that live? Hush. Nobody was in here? Because now I've got like little flowers growing in here, and I don't know where they came from. Um, Top hats. Okay, you were here. Good, good. At least I can show somebody because I want to show somebody. Um, as you can see, I've broken off more since then, but the one that I just threw on top of the dirt, if y'all can see, like it has rooted like on the side because I laid it in there just like that. It'll root like this one. Nope, that's the one that just came off today. So this one, yep, this one's got roots on it. And that's the Hobbit jade plant. And of course, I showed you the purple one. It's still in here and it's got big roots now. So I got to put it in its own little pot. And this little baby, this sucker right here is good and rooted. It sure is. And also the other day, and this little baby got good roots. I showed you guys this, which is this plant right here. It's baby. You see how big this has gotten just since the other day? But those cuttings are little babies that came off of here from the bottom. The ones that I just showed you. This right here is called a watch chain. Not watch chain. Buddha's temple. That's what it's called. Buddha's temple. The watch chain is the big long one that I showed you guys. That's called a Buddha's temple. This one right here. I couldn't remember the name of it the other day, and I'm sorry about that. And this is the foliage gems right here. And you see, it's actually grown. Yes, I have a lot of leaves, guys, because I have my 4,000 acres. Just kidding, y'all. But y'all can see that one's grown since the other day. So is this one. But these will produce clusters about this big of tiny porcelain wax flowers, is what they call them. And they're beautiful. They come in like, hey, yeah. So good to have you here, love. Thank you. Yeah, you're right, Top Hats. It wouldn't. But yeah. Um, so all these, everything in this pot came from like here or the Hobbit Jade over there or and I seen something in my chat uh on the live I did on the plants. Someone said their mother had hens and chicks and they grow outrageously. That is true. Hens and chicks are probably the most popular. Easy, you can get hens and chicks at Walmart or Lowe's or anywhere like that. Um, and they make babies so fast. And when the babies pop up, you just pluck them off. Spider plants, the same thing. So if y'all have spider plants, if you have a long tendril hanging down and it's got 3 or 4 or 5, pluck them off and stick them in dirt, and it'll make you a whole nother spider plant. Um, but no, it's really cool, you know, like me, of course. But I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, this squirrel right here. If Maverick don't scare it off, he's my squirrel. Where'd you go, buddy? I probably can't see him moving over there, but he's running over there. He usually runs up this tree. That's his tree. But I guess since I'm out here talking, he's like, ma'am, you're disrupting my day. So, yeah, no, it's 15,000, girl. 15,000. Actually, it's literally, I think it's 1.24, to be honest. I think it's 1.24. That's it. 1.24 over there. And then my backyard's like almost an acre. Almost, but not quite. So that's it. Hey, Fix the Dent. Thank you for being here. Reap what you sow. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. It wasn't all caps. It was mostly not caps, and then for some reason you decided the last 15 letters or so was going to be caps. No, I don't make it make sense, because if that's an app that you figure out what kind of plant is what, I need it because I have one I'm about to show y'all, and I swear if somebody knows what it is and they tell me it's a weed, I'm gonna lose my shit because I think it's beautiful and it grows. It was growing like in my yard along the fence line. So I grabbed some of it and I rooted it and it's growing really big now. So if I show y'all this plant, if it's a weed, just laugh out loud in the comments. Don't say, bitch, that's a weed, because I'm going to be so upset. So I will show you guys what I'm talking about here. Maverick! Good God, son. And yes, I call my dog son. Sorry about that. All right, let's see. All right, can y'all see it? It's like the leaves are green and white. Now, when I potted this, it was just like, I don't know, like that much. And now it's like two big ones. Is that a weed? I hope not, because I've been just like talking to it and watering it, taking care of it. That's what I was thinking, Top Hats. But hostas or hostas, however you say it, usually have a thicker leaf, and that's why I didn't immediately go to a hosta because the leaves are not thick. So come on, son. But it may be, you know, it's just got very thin leaves. Okay, so well, well, Top Hats. I mean, what do you mean it's too tall? I mean, I just grabbed some out of the ground for it, you know, died off. Well, thank you, Cecilia. Thank you. I thought so. But I've had hostas, however you say it. Different people say it differently. Um, I had one that did chocolate flowers, and it literally smelled like chocolate. Uh, make it make sense. Do you know which one I'm talking about? It might be even called a chocolate hosta or hosta, however you say it. But it grows these beautiful wax porcelain brown flowers on it, and it smells just like chocolate. It was it was called a Hindu rope. Yeah, it was called a Hindu rope. That's what it was called. I'm pretty sure. And Top Hats, it's not HAS, it's HOSTA, sir. Never heard of it. Okay. Yeah, I had a Hindu rope, which I know is a hosta. And then I had the one that had the chocolate flowers on it, and it literally smelled like chocolate. It was so cool. That's some of the ones that I lost. And now I can just say I lost them because now I'm rebuilding, and someday I will have all of them back. Just like my rose bushes, I will have all of them back too. Hmm, you almost killed your husband. Damn, Lori. Okay. I have these beautiful. Oh, I thought you were going to say like you were growing some oleander or something. And I'm just, my mind goes in some weird places. Yeah, Sicilian, listen, I have a tree. Um, when the squirrels drop like the acorns on the ground, they will root and grow like a damn tree. And I have to snatch them up at least like 5 times a year. I have to go out to my side yard and get them all up by the roots so they don't grow back. But yeah, when they drop the nuts out of the tree and they land in my dirt, they just root, and it's literally a weed. I mean, not a weed; it's a tree apparently. But I don't need 100 of these big fucking trees. Like my trees are big; they're huge. I don't need any more. Oh, Lori. Tulip bulbs? No, that would have been it for me. I would have had to. Mm-mm. Oh, Sicilian, you see this tree right here, honey? I mean, I can't. I don't know how to show y'all how big it. Look, Maverick in the picture. What you doing, boy? Boy! Y'all see how he looks at me? Boy! What you doing, boy? Nope, nope, nope. But like, this is my hand. Like, this tree is huge. It's huge, huge. And so when all around it, I have little trees growing up. I have to snatch them out of the ground because Lord knows that's a big tree. Okay, fix it in. Okay, so it's not a weed. It's not a weed. And y'all, I did plant my cherry blossom in the yard. You know what, Cecilia? I almost did that. I really did because Colin had asked me, and I didn't see it because I was ending the live. He asked me what the pH of my soil was, and I don't know the pH of my soil. I just know that's really, really, really black soil. It's very, very fertile soil, and it has a lot of worm activity, not bad worm activity, like good fish and worm activity. Um, but I don't know the pH of my soil. Like I really don't. Um, but I also have. Okay, hold on. I know this has to be a weed. So I'm going to show y'all this. And don't laugh at me, please. Okay, y'all see this thing that's growing like off of a tree, but it's like winding way down here? And see, it's got like little curly things on it. Like, what is that? And then here's my cherry blossom that I just planted. And ow! It's already, this thing has already grabbed onto my cherry blossom. And I literally just planted it 2 days ago. And whatever that is already like wrapping around it. So it's going to get cut with some wire cutters. Maverick, stop jumping on my back like that, bro. Because you know your sister is going to tear your ass up. Let's see. Yeah, fix it in. See, it's hard for me because I live in Alabama. So, and I don't live in the north part or the northern part. So for me, you know, I've always been used to having my plants outside year round because it never gets too cold. And if it does for a couple of them, I put a couple black garbage bags over them, you know, so they don't freeze. But the last 2 years, I've lost plants because of hard freezes. And so I want to say it's not too early, but every time, like I bring my succulents outside, I'm like, oh, here we go. It's getting down to 30 tonight, even though it's 82 right now. So I don't know. I don't know. Now, Sicilian, my driveway and then the left side, I call it my side yard, is like red clay. Because I mean, I do live on a dirt road. So, but my driveway, in which my driveway has rocks, of course, so I wouldn't plant nothing in my driveway. I don't, but pulling things up from the driveway, it's like red clay. And then on my side yard over there, it's red clay. But somehow those acorns that drop grow big. But no, I have like really, really, really black dirt. Oh, Lori, yeah. Well, Lori, you could grow a lot of succulents and cactus or cacti, excuse me. Oh, and I'll make sure I don't ever plant a Bradford pear. Let me see if I can get my little hand shovel so I can show y'all my dirt. As long as a big ass spider don't come out. Don't say shit, top hats. No, that's Maverick, Sicilian. That's Maverick doing all that breathing right now. He's all over me. Move, sir. Sir, can you please move? You don't need to be involved in everything. I mean, my gosh. Now he wants the hand shovel. Like, all right, so he's okay. He's okay, Mama. He's okay. All right, move, Mav. Come on. We're putting it up. We're putting it up. I'm sorry, y'all. He's like a large child. Move, sir. Move. You're in the spot that I'm trying to show. Move. Move, please. Uh, sir and ma'am. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, my lives always go wonderfully, don't they? But I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's black dirt. Like ow! It's good dirt. Oh, I can't even hit. Okay, here we go. No, I got dirt all under my nails. Maverick don't like me doing anything. He wants to dig up that hole now. But yeah, that's how my dirt looks. And I can take the little hand shovel and dig up anywhere in this yard and it'll be like that. Oh, Cecilian, I have a huge flower pot that my asparagus fern was in. And RIP asparagus fern. It'll be back though. Um, but also, I'm lucky enough to have a neighbor that works at a place where I'm gonna show you guys this, and you may not understand, and that's okay. This right here, if you guys can't see how big it is, it's half of like a barrel, and I can get as many of those as I need, want, whatever. Um, my neighbor that I, swap plants with and stuff, they get them from work, and after they pressure wash them and clean them out, they cut them in half and use them as planters, and they, give me some of them, and they're very deep, very big. So that's a really good tomato planter. I would need to probably drill some holes in the side though. Yes, very rich soil. Yeah, Laura, it would break my heart too. It would. It would break my heart to have to cut something like that that's been around for so long. Like I can't even like I have wild onions and I do dig them up a bunch at a time because they grow in bunches. Um, and I do use them actually, believe it or not, guys. If I cook something, I do use the wild onions. But I feel bad digging them up. I'm like, I don't really want to dig you up, but they're just gonna die anyway if I don't. So I don't know. I got to get over that, I guess. But I got. Hey, Chit Chat. Thank you for being here, honey. But yeah, I've got enough wild onions to feed all of you guys for about a month, I'm sure, at least. At least. And all I did, and here's what I don't understand. Maybe somebody in the chat can tell me, another plant person. All I did was, now I took when you buy green onions, you cut the root off, right? Well, I cut it like after I cut the root off of the green onions, like I cut it way, way, way down, like only where there was like a root. And I just literally took like a hand shovel and scraped like a top layer of dirt off. And I just kind of spread them down in there. But then I rooted an actual onion with the cup of water and the toothpicks thing because I just wanted to see if I could do it and planted that out here too. So is that why I have these onions growing, or are these does everybody have wild onions like that? I just want to know. Oh no, top hats. I use the onion bulb. I use the onion bulb, baby. It's like as Gordon Ramsay would say, it has a taste like a shallot. To me, it kind of tastes like a shallot or shallot. But the best part, you're correct, is the top part, like making mashed potatoes. And I know people put chives. I like green onions. So calm down, sir. Okay. Okay. Oh no no no, Sicilian. No. Even if I like, I've always wanted to go morel hunting because I see a lot of people talk about that, and I've always thought, gosh, I'd love to do that and see what happens. And but no, I don't, and would never do any of that. Seen it before. Chives are more, in my opinion, um, chives are a lot smaller, and they have more of a less of an onion taste. They don't really, to me, they don't really taste like an onion. Where green onions, like they have, like if I eat potato skins, like that have bacon and cheese and stuff on it, I want like 100 pounds of green onions on them because they taste so good. Chives, I'm not. They're more sour, I guess. If anybody in the chat like disagrees or knows what I'm trying to say, please say it. But chives to me are like more of a sour taste. But I'm not an expert on stuff like that, guys. I'm really not. We found 8 pounds last year. Oh, I don't care about falling in the creek. Hell, I go into the creek to catch crawdads, and we do noodling. And if they ever come to visit, no onions for me. Okay, got you, honey. I got you. I got you. I got you. Okay, no, I'm back to where I started. Yeah, seen it before. I don't know. Hey, D, what's that? Beach. I'm sorry. I did it last minute because I mean, last time I was live, I was talking about my grandbaby coming, and so I wanted to give like, I know I put something on my little community text or whatever. When I say community, y'all know what I mean. Because I don't know if it's called text, tab, post, what. I don't know. Don't really care. Um, uh, and I know I just kind of left people hanging. So I wanted to come on here and, just let everybody know that he is here. And all I can ask is that you guys just keep sending that good energy, that good juju, because I appreciate it so much. And you know what? Um, he's beautiful. He looks like his Nene, so of course he's beautiful. I mean, hello, you know. Oh, I love scallions. I love them. Well, D, I'm sorry. I didn't. I just did, guys. See, now y'all are making me feel bad, and I really, really, really went live. Even if that number at the top said 0, I would still be on here talking because the title of the live is correct. I just need to get my mind off some things, okay? And I didn't. I just didn't. I didn't think. My brain's like a tornado. Do you know that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do, Lori. I got to fine tune myself. Don't know if I can ever do that, but you know. Oh, I love fennel. Make it make sense. I do. I love fennel. I hate fennel seeds. I will tell you that. I hate fennel seeds, but I love fennel itself. I do. But I don't like fennel seeds. Oh, you must have something you want to say, girl. Okay. No. Oh my gosh. Did I just kick myself? I mean, seriously? Come on now. Oh my gosh. See, Davies, you just, that's not cool. I'm just kidding. It's not your fault. I'm the dummy. Oh, I like arugula too, though. Sorry, make it make sense. I like any vegetable on this earth. But, oh, I do have a question. I do have a question. Does anybody know? Okay, I know there's radishes, and then there's I think they are Chinese radishes. They're white and they have like a red circle. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Hola.
What's up, bitch?
Hey, yeah, I want a Chinese relish. I woke up to good news. Not good news, but great news. You ready?
Uh,
So
yes,
you know I'm in the makeup community and I play them games. I
yes.
put $10 down, right? There was like 100 something spots. Guess what I won this morning? Car
What did you
accident right
win?
out front of my house. I won a Dyson hair dryer, a $500 mother effing hair dryer. Like
You need to
what?
share these things with me. You don't want to share them with me.
I do. I'll share,
Uh,
girl. I'll share. I think somebody just got in an accident in front of my house, which is nothing new, but
You need to share these sites with me that you're doing
oh, I
this
will.
shit on.
I
I ain't
will,
gonna
and then
like
I'll also
outbid
be
you
on
or
your
nothing. I
ass.
swear I won't
No,
do
no,
that.
you don't have to. No, it's not like that. It's like you just pick, like, say 1 through 100. You pick your numbers that you feel lucky with. This time I was like, just pick numbers for me. I won because she gave me a free spot on a free spot. I was like $500 blow dryer, bro. I always wanted this Dyson. I was so excited. I'm like, but yeah, I'll share with you, and
Well,
I'll also be on your ass if you go too wild because I'm on everybody's ass when they go too wild. Like, no, no. So yeah, I'll share.
yeah, I need an I. You know what? A Dyson hair
Some of them's
dryer
worth
would do
it.
good with my wig, baby.
That's what I mean. Like some of them are really like Instapots, like stuff like that are so worth it. Like
Mm-hmm.
vacuums and all that stuff, so fucking worth doing it. Like money ones, they're so worth it. So
Dandelions. Oh
tell
yes,
any who's in the
Lori,
top
I love
hats.
dandelions. I love dandelion greens. Love them.
I'll, I'll tell you what, top hats for $500 when it comes, it better make my hair look like it's brand new. Okay.
I was about to say, if it's $500, they better like change your whole hair, like everything about your hair. You better look like a whole different person.
Right. Well, I'm
Because
about to do that
if
anyway. I'm going dark. I'm tired of the red in it, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go dark.
I,
I'm
I
on
don't
next
know,
time.
D. I don't. You just
No, on
maybe I just haven't like seen like you on FaceTime or on pictures with dark hair. That's maybe why I say what I'm saying. But I don't know. I
I'm
just
sure I got
don't. I
a
don't
picture of me with dark hair.
envision
I know
you.
I do like reds and purples and spontaneous colors, and I'm like, I'm getting old. Like, who wants to keep up with that shit?
Yep.
My
Hey,
grandmother cooks
Sicilian.
my. Hey, I can throw down a depression meal.
That's what I'm
Creamy hot
saying.
dogs.
I
Creamy
still
hot
do
dogs
it.
are top notch.
I,
My dad put us
that
on. Well, my grandmom. Did you
that's
ever
what I'm
have them,
saying.
Max?
What?
Creamy hot dogs.
Creamy hot dogs?
Yes. All right. Do you like cream
No.
chip beef?
I love cream chip beef.
Okay,
Love it.
so instead of using the beef, you can make the cream, cut up and fry the hot
Come
dogs,
on,
and then make the cream and throw it into the cream and
come
put
on,
it over toast. Amazing.
come.
My dad can throw down on it.
Well, I do with my hot dogs, and for
That's
some reason, the boys love this shit. But I've cut up my hot dogs and I put them in barbecue sauce, and then I filled the barbecue sauce container all the way full with water, shake it up, put it
mm-hmm.
in there, and slow cook them. You put it over mashed potatoes. I hate hot dogs. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a hot
Shit,
dog
I love them,
eater,
and I'm not
and
allowed to eat them.
they're they're lips and assholes to me, and that's just how I feel. But I will eat that shit all day long. Y'all would not
Look,
believe the taste. Like seriously, you need to try it, and it only costs you a few bucks because I use the cheap red hot dogs to do it because that's the only ones
see,
that my kids
I'm
like
gonna
with it.
send you the recipe my dad sent me for the cream hot dogs because he got it from his mom because she had 10 kids, so she had to make these depression meals. But my
Uh,
kids
I
love
had
them, and they're
8.
amazing. Yeah, so you
Pizza
understand. So
casserole. Pizza casserole is another one I need to teach y'all because that right there will feed a whole bunch of damn people. It freezes well, and you can eat it for however long you want. And pizza
I'm telling you, I
casserole
think the
is
boys will
good.
like that. The hot dogs, I really think they'll like that. And Lori,
Hmm.
good for you. I wish I had a hair. Well, I can cut hair, but I just can't cut my own. All right,
I
Nubs,
don't
I'm
have
gonna
to
go to
cut.
chat
Well,
because I gotta use the potty, but I'm listening to you.
okay, honey.
Don't
I
tell
got you.
nobody at all that I'm going to use the potty. They
Okay,
won't.
I won't.
They'll
I
never
won't tell
know.
anybody
Okay.
you're going shit. I
I
won't tell them
love
you're
you,
going shit.
nuts. I am
I
too.
mean, not that you texted me that you're going shit or whatever. I'm just saying.
Not that I tell the whole world every time I go, anyway.
Yeah, just
All right,
saying.
love you, Nuxie. I'll be down here
Love
pushing.
you. All right.
Root me on, okay?
Okay, baby.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Ooh, top hats. No, sir, Bob. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't. Even like the kosher beef hot dogs, I'm still looking in it like what I'm gonna bite into something. I know I am. Oh, seen it before. All you need is a little bit of vinegar and a little cut. That's all you need, baby. That's all you need. You got white vinegar or cider vinegar or any other malt vinegar, any kind of vinegar, and a little cup and some saran wrap or plastic wrap. They'll be gone tomorrow. I promise. I promise. Sugar. Sugar booger. Well, I can't cut. I mean, which I don't need. Obviously, if I have to wear a wig, I don't need to cut my hair right now. So, oh, fix the dent. That's cool. I actually wanted to um do my hair a platinum color. I'm not one of those ladies that's scared to be gray. You know what I mean? Um, I do have Native American in me, so I guess that's why I don't have gray hair yet or any gray hairs yet. But and when my poppy passed away, now he's full blooded Native American. When he passed away, I think he was 68. He didn't have one gray hair in his head, not one. He still had jet black hair. Um, so I don't know if it's that or what, but yeah, I'm not scared to get gray. I want to be gray. Yeah, top hats, you can do that too. You don't have to, but you can. Oh, I've seen it before. Well, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I wish I was gray because, a lot of people, like you've seen it before, may have had to deal with negativity for being gray at 23. I don't know. Yeah, Hebrew National Sicilian is. I was like, okay, I'll try these because they're kosher, they're beef, they're everything. I still couldn't do it. Well, yeah, fix it in. There you go. You're not a dumbass. You're not a dumbass at all. I apparently am because I haven't found one gray hair in my head yet. And I look all the time. I'm like, is there any? Is there any? No, there's just not. And I really want some. I know that sounds dumb, but I do. But, I reckon that now in my older years now, I've stressed a lot more that my kids are older and they live on their own. And, I do worry about them at least 5 times a day just because they don't live with me and I can't see them all the time. Um, but before that, I didn't let things really bother me because I was that mom that was like, hey, you want to talk to me? Come talk to me. We'll figure it out. You know? Um, but now that they're older, which sounds weird, now that they're older, I worry more about them. So I don't know. I mean, if I had it my way, I'd buy a house that, could fit 8 families in it, and I'd just have all my kids live with me. Top House, I wouldn't. I would literally take a picture of it and probably post it on my community page or my community thing. I'd be like, yo, look at this. Oh my God. Sicilian, I bet that's a cool ass look though. But again, y'all know I'm a little on the weirder side. So I would think that was a cool ass look. Oh, if they multiply, then I'm definitely going to pull it out after I take a picture of it. Oh yeah, I've seen it. Hey, I mean, there's a reason why, even though I have 8 children, we did adopt 4 more, but they were in their teen years. But there was a reason why there was always 15, 16 kids in my house for weeks at a time. You know, because I mean, I thought we were a normal family, but everybody else was like, no, like I wish that we played games, and I wish that we would like do this because we had a game, and y'all don't take this the wrong way. It's called lick and stick. And we'd lick a card and stick it on our foreheads. Ow, I just smacked myself again. Um, and everybody at the table could see what cards you had on your head, but you didn't know. So we would have to come up with words that, and this is before that headbands game and all that. We used to do just playing cards. They'd have to come up with words, and you have to try to guess what card is stuck on your forehead. Yeah, Kool Aid Mom. That was me. Oh, make it make sense. See, I remember that commercial. Gonna wash those grays right out of my hair. Gonna wash those grays right out of my hair. Yeah, Cecilian, I was born in New York. I was born in Syracuse, and we used to go twice a year, every year. Um, and we would go to, however you choose to say it, depending on if you're a New Yorker or you moved to Alabama at a young age. We used to go to Skinny Atlas all the time. We used to go to Homer to visit all of the families that I have there. Um, so, oh, Lori, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, baby. But I just got a feeling he gonna get it. I do. If he's your son, I got a feeling he's just gonna get it. What do you mean, Sicilian? Now you know how your sisters feel. What'd I do this time? Yeah, that's that. See, Lori, that's where I was at, and I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you had your first grandchild, my first grandkid. My daughter was only 20 years old. Yeah, that's young, but she was married, and well, she gave me a granddaughter. Like it is what it is. I mean, hell, at least she wasn't 14, But even if she was 14, guess what? I would have been an even younger grandma. Don't really care. You know? Do I did I say that to them? No. But I mean, I'm not stupid. I know that teenagers do things that they're not proud or that they're scared to tell or whatever when they're that young of an age. So, you know, all you can do is talk to them and tell them everything that they need to know and not to do and all this. But if they do it and something happens, then you just got to deal with it. You know? Oh yeah, Sicilian. It's weird because my mother was from Syracuse. My father was from Alabama. They met on my father had actually moved to Jacksonville, Florida, to live with his older sister, and he was the manager of a Burger King. And he hired my mom. She ran away from home, and he hired my mom. And so they met and got married in Jacksonville, Florida. We moved to Syracuse, where we were born. And then when I was about 8 or 9, we moved all the way to Alabama. So, yeah, very weird story. Very weird story. But I will tell you this, Cecilia, I don't know if you know anything about Syracuse, but we lived on Brighton Avenue. And one thing I do remember is there is no mice in upstate New York. Like literally. I don't think they have mice. I mean, hell, I didn't know what a cockroach was until I moved to Alabama. That's honest to goodness the truth. Because I mean, maybe they do have cockroaches in New York, but I didn't never see one. But they don't have mice. They have fucking rats. And when I say fucking rats, that's what I mean. They're huge, and their tails are as thick as like your ring finger. There ain't no field mice there. Mm-mm. Yeah, top hats. And you know the same about me. When mine need advice, they don't call their dad. They call me. They call me. And sometimes they'll say, "Will you please not tell dad?" I'm like, "Absolutely." And I don't, unless it's something that I think is like, okay, dad needs to know this. But then I'll tell him, like, he asked me not to say anything to you, so you can't repeat it. But I think this is a time where you need to be involved. Otherwise, they know if they talk to me, it stays with mama. That's it. That's it. You know what's funny, Lori, is I'm like 5'3" and some change. I'll just go ahead and say I'm 5'4". I'm just gonna say that. I'm not though, so I might as well not say that because I'm not. I'm not even like the and some change is like 5'3.1. But either way, it's over 5'3". I'm over 5'3" by that point one. But anyways, um, now my dad. was only 5'10". My brother was 5'9". But my dad's uncles, like my grandmother, she was 6 foot tall. His mother was 6 foot tall. Her twin was 6'7". Um, every one of his aunts and uncles were over, like the uncles especially were like in the high sixes, like 6'7", 6'6", 6'6", 6'5". So now my kids are like, even my daughter, she's 5'10". Um, my sons are all over 6 feet tall, except for the two little ones, which my 12-year-old is as tall as I am. So he's probably going to be taller than me, I'm pretty sure, because he's only 12. Um, so I guess it skipped a generation because I'm just, whew. Cecilian, I swear to you, maybe it was just upstate. I don't know. But I didn't see no mice. All I ever seen was fat tailed rats. That's it. Like, I mean, they weren't just running all over the house or nothing like that. But I just remember when one would get in, and my daddy especially would, he wouldn't sleep till that fucker was gone. Yeah, it could. Yeah, I mean, they were. Hey, Dean, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Really, Lori? See, I'm short and squatty. My brother was short and squatty. God rest his little soul. My dad was short and squatty. My mom's only 4'11". But like I said, so we're all like short, but then my kids are freaking huge. You know what I mean? So I guess it skipped, and now they're reaping the benefits. Because I'm short and squatty. That's what I call myself, short and squatty. You know, built like a linebacker, kind of. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, I guess. But I don't mind saying that. I don't. It just is what it is. Life is life. Well, Tibets, they weren't quite that big, but they were big. They were big. They were big. Make it make sense. Can you not hear me? Can y'all hear me? I sure hope so. Otherwise, I've just been talking in the wind, which is pretty normal for me. Hello. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Well, I just seen the two ears, and I was like, does that mean she can't hear me, or is that like mean I hear you, girl? I'm I'm still getting used to all this. Hey, Bad Medicine. Oh, Sicilian, come on now. You are not. Stop that. I'm a shorty. I am. I'm a shorty. So, the only bad thing about being short, I guess, is like I could weigh 120 pounds and look a little thick, and somebody that's like 5'9" could weigh 120 pounds and they look like they need to be hospitalized. You know what I mean? I mean, I ain't being ugly. I'm just saying that's just kind of the way the world works. Um, when you're low to the ground, you look a lot wider, like you widen out real good. And when you're taller, like if you're like Lori, I think Lori says she's 5'11". Like she could literally weigh 180 pounds and she would be like model material. If I, which I'm somewhere around that, to be honest, at my height, I look like a barrel, a whiskey barrel. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Top hats. I know you did, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, it is what it is, and people who are tall will understand what I'm saying, and then people that are short will also understand what I'm saying. Yeah, Lori. See, like just like short people have their little things, I'm sure tall people too have their things. My daughter is, like I said, she's tall, so I mean, she can date whoever she wants, but it's there's a lot of guys out there that if she stood up, and y'all, I'm so proud of her, by the way. This is my daughter that has my 5-year-old granddaughter. Um, she did go through a divorce 2 years ago. It's okay. Um, but she has worked for 2 years and she has lost almost 100 pounds, going to the gym every day. Like, she looks amazing. I couldn't be more proud of her. So I did want to say that. But yeah, she's the same way. It's like, it's not that she's discounting anybody that's under her height, because love is love. But at the same time, at that first meeting, that kind of does matter because she is taller than average, you know? So, well, Cecilia and I have to disagree because, there have been a couple times that, she has met someone and, they literally tell her, like, I don't know, you were taller than I expected. And she's like, "Oh, okay," but they don't tell her till like after she meets them in person, and they send her a text like, "You're taller than I expected." So, well, I'm sorry, Top Hats. I don't mean it that way. I don't. Lori, I can imagine. Yes, I'm short too. I'm short. I'm low to the ground, but that's okay. Oh, Cecilia, you're not short. I don't consider that short. I don't. I don't. I don't consider that short. There you go. Seen it before. Fun size. There you go. Like, I'm not as many calories as a whole ass candy bar. I'm fun size. So you can have more of me because I am fun size and I don't have as many calories. Right? And before I do leave here, I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate you being here, because I know that I've just been talking about this, that, and the other. Um, and y'all have really helped me get through this day. And I really appreciate that. I really do. Um, I love that y'all like being here, but I guess y'all don't understand. Like, y'all being here gets me through things too. So it's a two-way street there. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all being here just to listen to my ramblings and whatever. Cecilian, don't ever say you're average. Don't ever say you're average. You ain't average. You ain't average, honey. Just like I'm not average. I'm not average, nor are you. Oh yeah, Lori. That's actually what started my weight loss journey when I did lose like 140 some odd pounds. Um, I did join the army, uh, and it was for 10 months. I got PDQ'd because my doctor put me on a medication that I never even got filled or anything, but I was PDQ'd for that, and it really hurt me and it messed me up really bad. But when I went to MEPS, I was 2 pounds overweight, and so they gave me I don't remember how long it was. And I remember my recruiter taking me out to his car, putting garbage bags on me. And we sat in his car with the heater on. It was so hot. It was so freaking hot because it was in May. And he was like, we're gonna get this 2 pounds off. We're gonna get this 2 pounds off. So we sat there for probably an hour in the heater with garbage bags under my shirt and stuff. And went back in and I lost the 2 pounds. But that just kind of got in my mindset, and I was like, well, okay, I don't want to just be the 2 pounds. I want to be healthy, and I don't want to just make it. And so I ended up losing like a lot of weight, and then I was PDQ'd. And it sucks because I actually I was working as a payroll administrator, and then I got orders to be a recruiter's assistant. Um, so I was able to work at the armory here, um, and work there and get to know the ins and outs of things. Still, getting paid for my other job because it was a military order for me to work there. Um, but when the PDQ thing happened, I couldn't understand it. Like I really couldn't. So that's something I won't like really deeply get into because that's a really eh, time for me when that happened. So oh, Sicilian, my nickname was Nina. Why? I don't know. I have no freaking idea. But that's what my dad called me was Nina. Yeah, Lori. My husband was a tanker, and he was a tanker commander. I don't know what you would call that when he was sent to Operation. I think it was called Desert Eagle or something like that. Um, that's probably wrong, but it was at maybe Fort McClellan, which I think they've closed that down now. But it was getting troops ready to be deployed, and he was the commander of that. Oh yeah, Lori, listen. Um, Now this was a long time ago, but my husband did his basic in Texas, and so he they had them doing like drills and stuff, and he got so sunburned like on his scalp, his hair never grew back. I'm not bullshitting you. His hair never grew back. Like from the time he was 20 until now, he has the bozo hairline, as I call it. Like his whole from his forehead, like he's got a hairline going around the sides and the back, but his hair never grew back on top. Never. He had third-degree burns on his scalp. So yes, yes, Dean, you are correct. You are correct. You are correct. But I think I want to say that Fort McClellan, because I know we had to go there when he was going through the retirement process, because he had to have a what do you call somebody that like represents you? I can't think of what it's called. A JAG, maybe. We ended up having to fly to San Antonio and go before like the headquarters board. Um, but we had to go to McClellan first to get our representative or whatever he's called, um, before retirement. And then he's the one that helped us through the process of, everything we had to do. So hang on, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Dean, I'm an Alabamian man. And I used to have family in Anniston, to be honest with you. There's this little store there on the side of the road. I mean, it was the smallest store I'd ever seen in my life, but oh, Lori, okay, girl, go ahead then. You know what, Cecilian, that's going to be my goal for this year, 2024. I'm going to take another family photo. That's my goal because I haven't done it in so long. Just because I don't photograph well, I'm not photogenic or whatever you want to call it. So I veer away from taking any pictures like that. So it's been a couple years. It's been a few years. Uh, so that's my goal for this year is to take another family photo. And when I say family photo, I mean like my 8 kids, the ones that have spouses, all the grandchildren, all that. Teen, you went in when I was born. Sorry. You went in when I was born, Bean. No, sir. Thank you. Uh-uh. No, no. No, you don't. Yeah. You breathe so hard, buddy. Yep. Seen it before. My son, Tucker, has a photography business. He has a website, actually, www.tuckersphotography.com, I think is what it's called. Um, so it's very easy for me to get it done. I just always like when he brings me the pictures, I'm like, nope, 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 delete them all because I look so hideous. But I'm learning that I don't look hideous. I don't. That's just what like I've always thought in my brain. But I'm just a normal 45, almost 46-year-old woman. You know what I mean? So I'm good with that. So I want pictures taken. I think he's 79. So that was the year after I was born. Hmm. Yeah, Lori, my recruiter, he actually did, I don't know how many years in the Marine Corps, and he either retired from the Marine Corps, I don't remember. And then after that, he went into the Army. So he's one of those people that just couldn't, like, it becomes a way of life. And, you know, that's one thing right there. That's one thing that I will give Scooter props on. Not props, but one thing she is right about is when someone serves in the military, and that and they do that for a very long time, it becomes part of who they are and part of their life. And so when they become disabled or they retire, it is hard to acclimate to like civilian life. It really is. Um, but like with my husband, it was very difficult for him. But if you have a spouse that does look up things and tries to learn why and this and that supports you, then it's much easier for them. So she is right about that. It's hard to transition, but um, if she had been a good military spouse, it wouldn't have been as difficult for him, in my opinion. You know, but again, opinions are like assholes. So, and if y'all agree, great. If you disagree, I'm sorry, but that's about the only. It's not even a nice thing, but that's the only thing I can say about her that's not negative. You know. Yes, it is Sicilian. It is very nice, and it's things that you'll always have. Yeah, Lori, but you know what? It's from what I because again, I can't ever say I know anything because my whole 10 months before I was PDQ'd, like you know, it, it it didn't affect me the way that it affects someone that was 33 years, or 20 years, 10 years, 4 years, whatever. Um, but from what I understand, just listening to my husband, because when he first uh, became disabled, I would make sure, at least 3 times a week, I would just sit and have a conversation with him, ask him how he was feeling, what he felt that he, wasn't accomplishing, and remind him that he is accomplishing that, and that, he, those kind of things. Um, but it gives you a very deep sense of pride, I think, just from, learning that from him. Now, my grandfather he retired from the Navy, but he passed away when I was like 9 years old, so I don't really remember a lot about his Navy days and things like that. But that's one thing I do remember is that him saying all the time that it was the sense of pride, the sense of like being needed or being
Would
useful.
you make my pizza rolls now?
Yes, in just a moment.
Mama, please. You said you want a minute ago. It's been like 10 minutes.
Y'all hang on. Okay, guys, sorry about that. First, yeah, Lori. Yeah. Um. Yeah, but like I said, it was at least a year, if not more, of having those conversations with him. Uh, Basically, just affirmations, you know, more than anything. But I wanted him to feel heard. So, I would always ask him, like, how do you feel today? And, if you feel down, what do you feel down about? Do you feel like you're lacking in something? Do you feel like you're this or that? And then I would always, give affirmations that, you're doing great at this, you're doing great at that. Like, you know what I mean? Because I do think it is difficult after 33 years of doing something to just be like, not doing it anymore. Yeah, you need somebody. No, Dean, I'm sorry to hear that. My grandfather was in World War II, actually. Yeah, make it make sense. It's difficult for him. It is. Cecilian, I'm talking about my husband. Oh, so Dean, you got to see my beautiful state of swampy Alabama. Yes, she is, Cecilia. Absolutely. That's why I hate to even give her credit for anything. Mm, that's one thing I need to look up, Lori, because my MOS was medical specialist, but I can't remember like the number. I can't remember the number and the letter. Now I know the entire alphabet, but I can't remember what medical specialist was. So if Dean or Lori, if either one of you know what medical specialist is, because I can't remember, honestly. But I do know that I had a very high ASVAB score, and I'm not smart, but I think the ASVAB is more of an aptitude test, if I'm not mistaken. So, smart or not, I did very well. I know where Fairhope is. I mean, I pretty much know where every city is. I mean, Jesus Christ. Be honest with y'all. I mean, my family roots go back to Berry, Alabama. Berry, Berry, Alabama. Okay? There's probably, I don't know, 1,000 people there. Maybe. I don't know. Yes, Sicilian, he was. 33 years. Yeah. I think he was maybe, I say 33 years, but I think it was like 32 years because on, the DD 214 and then all the paperwork that comes with it, it breaks it down like days, minutes, all that. It was like 32 years, 10 months, 9 days. I don't know, but I just say 33 years. So yeah. Yeah, he joined in 1987. Harbor Master. Why did he do that, D? Why? And how in the actual fuck does Harbor Master know what a maxi dress is? I'm just saying. Yes, top hats. Well, Mine wasn't a birth defect. It was a medication that I was put on because, of course, I think anybody would agree that um, if you go to the doctor for a full checkup and he asks you like how you're feeling and you know you're about to go to basic and leave all your children, you're gonna say like I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm gonna worry about my kids. I mean, I think anybody would say that. Is it make it make sense? 87? Yeah. He enlisted in 87. Okay. Yeah, I was just a medical specialist. I wanted to be a field medic. Um, when it was all over with. But that was my title of going in was medical specialist. So, and looking back, I wish I would have gone to college so I could have, joined as, you know, first lieutenant, I think, first lieutenant or second lieutenant, uh, which is what my husband did. Um, but, from 17 to 23, he was enlisted. He was not an officer. So, Lori, I don't know if I could do that. But I think I'm assuming that special forces medic. I would be so attached to people. I would just, I don't know. Lori, I think you're correct. I'm pretty sure you're correct. Devious, I can't either. I can't either. I really can't. I mean, I sit over here saying that as I just talk about dumb shit or whatever, but I can't. I can't do all that. I just can't. Oh, that's cool, Sicilian. Yeah, and Lori, question. Hopefully you'll be able to answer this. Okay, so when you get your DD 214, they tell you like don't lose this because it's the only one you'll ever get, right? Um, well, when our house burned down, I mean the DD 214 was in the house, so um, we have a copy of it that was in the safe, but is there another way to get another DD 214? Because they made it very clear like, do not ever lose this, do not ever blah, 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 like, because this is the only one you'll get. And thank goodness we made copies, and gave one to his mom and just for safekeeping, but we don't have the original DD 214. So I don't know if you'll be able to answer that for me. No, Dean, I haven't. Because I don't even know where to start. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the I want to say he was a Jag guy that we got at McClellan before we went to San Antonio for the actual. He had to go before the board and all that stuff. He's the one that told us that. He was like, this is like, don't ever lose this. And I mean, maybe it should have been not where it was. I don't know, because it was in a safe place, we thought. But, when you have a flash fire, things happen. So we don't have the original. So I would like to get that because so far, thank goodness, the kids that have used the college opportunities, they have accepted the copy of the DD 214. But I just feel like there's going to come a day where somebody's going to say, we can't accept this. We need the original. And I don't know what to do. Okay. Thank you, Lori. Thank you very much. And thank you, Dean, for trying to help too. I appreciate it. I really do. Because that's something I really need to have done. Just, I think both of you understand how important it is to have that. So I'm glad to hear that, okay, all is not lost. I can get another one. Because as far as I knew, I could never, or he could never get another original one. That was the only one he'd ever get. So, all right. All right. I appreciate y'all. All right, guys. I've kept y'all long enough. I think it's starting to rain out here. I appreciate all y'all listening to my just whatever it is. There you go. Top Hats problem solved. Yes, it is very, very important. Make it make sense. I mean, it's very, very important. Sicilian, the original was in the house fire. His mom had a copy of it, and we now have her copy, and that's what we use. So, yes, he didn't lose it. It was burned up. So, but I hope all of you have a wonderful Friday. I don't know who's going live tonight, but hopefully if somebody does, I'll see you guys in there. And I appreciate you all being here. Keep those good vibes coming to me and my grandbaby, and that's all I ask. And again, every single one of you from the bottom of my soul, I appreciate it. All the support, and I love every one of you. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye now.